Dwight Johnson from Silverback Sillage. Messaged me a couple of days ago and said he wanted to add me in a tag video he was doing. And that video was called Black Bottle Bangers. So I decided to oblige him with this tag, and I chose 5 fragrances in my personal collection that I think are bangers. I actually think all of my fragrances in my collection are bangers, but being that this is a specific fragrance video, or tag video I should say, then I am definitely going to choose these 5 and we're going to run with it. Probably not going to be the most popular list, but a list nonetheless. Stay tuned. What is going on, people? It's your boy Keith here. Long time no see, but I am back on the scene. So here we are doing a Black Bottle Banger video, and like I said, Mr. Dwight Johnson over at Silverback Sillage decided he wanted to do a tag video, and I think he's done 2 parts so far. And he reached out to me, asked me if I was willing to be a part of this tag. And you guys definitely don't have to reach out to me and ask me. Just tag me in the video, and if I get around to seeing it, I'll definitely do it. Much obliged. So let's get right into this video, because I know there are people out there who have short attention spans and they just want you to get straight to the point. So here we go. First up on my list, from the house of Trussardi, this is Trussardi Uomo. And this is an absolute gorgeous bottle. Black bottle design, gold cap and trim, gold lettering. Very nice bottle. Atomizer. Very good also. Scent profile. This is more on the fresher side, a fresh, spicy style fragrance. Very aromatic, citrus. You have violet. There's some powdery notes, some woody notes. It's mossy, earthy, and a bit green. I actually, when I first found this at I think it was a TJ Maxx somewhere in Florida, I was thrilled to find it, but when I first smelled it, I wasn't really fond of this fragrance, but it has grown on me a lot. And I wear this one more in the spring and summer. This is not a fragrance you really want to pull out in the fall and winter. Maybe early fall when it's still kind of cool out, but not when it's super cold in the winter. So Trussardi Uomo is first up on my list. Next up on my list is a house that at first I really wasn't digging. The house of John Varvatos. For me, a lot of the John Varvatos fragrances were, I should say, in my personal opinion, kind of average, lackluster, more on the side of like maybe grabbing gold style fragrances, running errands, something like that. But when you start getting into fragrances like this one, which is Dark Rebel, which is more for the guys who have a dark side or are a little rough around the edges, who like to wear leather coats, ride motorcycles, fast cars and stuff like that. This is right up that alley. This one is woody, has some leather, sweet tobacco. It's aromatic, kind of fresh, spicy, has some rum in it, warm, spicy, a little animalic and smoky. Definitely a fragrance you do not want to wear in the dead of heat, more for fall and winter. So from the house of John Varvatos, Dark Rebel. Next up, from a house that actually had quite a bit of hype behind it a few years back, the house of Rasasi. And I only have dabbled in maybe 1 or 2 fragrances. I've had a decan or 2 that was gifted to me by some subscribers. And then I finally got a bottle of one specific one, which is LaYuqawam by the house of Rasasi. And I believe this one is said to be maybe a clone of like a Tom Ford fragrance. I haven't smelled a lot of those Tom Ford fragrances, but what I can say about this one in specific, This is right up my alley. This is leathery. This is fruity, sweet, animalic. This has amber. It's woody, a little musky, perfect for fall and winter. Definitely would not overspray this one. This is not one that you want to take if you have a weak or faint heart or nose, I should say. This will run anybody out of an office space if not applied correctly. You don't need but maybe one, possibly two sprays of this one. This would suffice, especially if you spray it on clothes. So from the house of Rasasi, this is LaYuqawam Pour Homme. Next up on my list is a house that gets a lot of hate and disdain in the fragrance community. And for one, they do a fantastic job with their clone house fragrances. I, for one, am a huge fan of Armaf ever since Club de Nuit Intense Man was hyped, and I bought that one. I haven't tried any of the flankers of the Club de Nuit Intense Man line, but I must say a lot of the fragrances, the scent profiles are, if not spot on, they're very, very close. And bottle presentation on most of their bottles are quite suspect, including this one. This one is Sauville Pour Homme. And this fragrance I absolutely love. When I was working at the hospital some years back, I wore this one day and I got so many compliments behind this fragrance. This is another one you don't want to overspray because it does have a spicy aspect to it. It's a fresh, spicy fragrance. It does have some amber. It's aromatic, fresh, spicy, as I just said. Citrusy, musky, woody, green. It has lavender, and it is also a warm, spicy. You can wear this one all 4 seasons and get away with it easily. This smells phenomenal. I'm not totally sure what this is a clone of. And there's the blooper. You see as my phone just fell over. Still a work in progress here with my little setup. But this fragrance got me, like I said, a lot of compliments. And if that is a factor for you in your fragrance journey, then this is one you definitely need to get your nose on. Sauville Pour Homme by the house of Armaf. And last, but definitely not least, from the house of Christian Dior, this is Dior Intense. And I'm not totally sure what year this is. I don't know if this is the 2011 version or an older version, but whatever the case may be, Dior Homme Intense. Now, if you're one of those guys or people who don't like the note of iris, in which iris can come off a little lipsticky or kind of maybe ultra powdery, for a lack of a better word. This one may not be for you. This is definitely not one for spring and summer, more for fall and winter. This one has iris. It's woody, powdery, earthy. It has violet, floral notes, aromatic. It's musky, lavender, has lavender, and it's a little fruity. Definitely one that is high on my list, and I had to grab this one and put it in. Now, this is not totally all black bottle. It's just the cap and maybe the insert on the inside, but had to go on this list. And I could have chose several different other fragrances, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people would already, if not already have, will be throwing the same style fragrances in their collection. And I wanted to do something a little bit different and not do the normal style fragrances that everybody else is going to do, the more popular things. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this list. If you see anything here that you're interested in, definitely make sure you check out the links in the description where you can find these fragrances or a description of these fragrances. And that's it. Salute to Silverback Sillage. If you're not new, I can't even talk. If you're not a subscriber to his channel, first and foremost, go over and check it out. If he is a reviewer, or this is a channel that you are interested in and you want to stay with long term, definitely hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit the subscribe button for me also. If you're not a subscriber, ring that bell icon for notifications, like these videos, comment in the video on the videos, and definitely don't be a stranger, guys. Here is to smelling great. Peace.